Yeah.
We are live.
I haven't even put in the chicken yet.
No, I know, but we are live here. So if you speak there, everybody's gonna be listening to you in the back. Thank
Well,
you.
Good evening,
Nothing
everyone.
wrong with it?
Welcome, welcome, welcome
You know, I don't come on.
to a Monday journey into consciousness.
Journey to consciousness.
Absolutely. Journey to consciousness.
Okay.
So, welcome. Come and join us. Grab your favorite drink, your tea,
Yeah, while I finish doing these things,
Your
the
hot
equipment,
whatever's your favorite drink, come and grab it.
and give me just a second, please. Janet is gonna be talking to you.
We have a very interesting topic that we will be talking about today. And in the month of February, which is the month of love, with Valentine being already next week. So we're really excited about that. So we're looking forward. We have some interesting, a different way of looking at love, which is very unique and very different. So, so welcome. Go grab your coffee as we wait for Maya to come. Feel free to put any question on the chat. Thank you for everyone that is here. Thank you for joining us today as we journey.
I'm back. I'm back.
And here she is. She is back.
Yes, we are.
And so,
Okay, so here we are today.
yes, my name is Jani Luciano.
And I'm Maya Ariel Sol, and we want to talk about love. Let's talk
Love.
about love.
In the month of February, we're going to talk about love.
Yes, and for the ones that don't know, here in the States we celebrate. What's in the how's the
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's? Yes,
We
look at
celebrate
me.
Valentine's Day. Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely. Which is
Valentine's.
next week already. Next week already.
It's
Valentine's.
next week or is this weekend?
That's right. It's this week.
It is this weekend. Yes,
This
yes.
weekend coming up. Oh my God. Yeah,
Exactly.
This
So,
weekend coming up.
so we thought it would be a good idea to talk about love.
Absolutely. A different perspective of
A
it.
different perspective of love
So we're going to talk about divine love
versus
versus human love.
exactly.
So
That's-
Maya,
yes,
will you talk to me a little bit about that?
yes,
What is the difference?
yes. It is like this. It is like having a double-sided coin
Mm-hmm.
because we all have that double-sided coin with those two loves.
Mm-hmm.
So on one side of the coin, we have the divine love, and on the other side of the coin, we have the human love. In most of our relationships, we tend to work from the human side.
The
love.
human side, absolutely.
And that side doesn't give us an amplified vision of the other side of the coin, which is divine love. And we tend to get confused.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we get confused about what love is, then maybe suffering can come, on the way. And then we don't feel comfortable because we think we are loving and we are not being loved. But it is that our perspective from that human side is not allowing us to see enough and what love really is. And that affects, especially, of course, our relationships.
Mm-hmm. Totally affect the relationships.
Yes. So how that happens? Because it's like, but how come if I come with that divine love, how come I ended up loving from my human love?
And the question will be, Maya, are we even aware of that?
No,
Because that would be my question.
no, we are not.
When she mentioned it to me, divine love,
Mhm.
what do you mean?
Exactly. That's why we're gonna go
Yeah, what do you mean?
to the background of it, right?
Mhm.
The origin of life, the origin of all. That's
Mhm.
like it's a love that is infinite that we tend to get confused because sometimes we don't get to tap into that love.
Mhm.
And that's the unconditional love that many people know as the unconditional love. And you mentioned it that when you feel it is different than understanding what it is. And that's why we need to understand here that we get confused because we think that it is love or divine love or unconditional love. But what can be behind that to really measure yourself if it is a true love, the one you're giving and receiving, because it's not only what you give, but also what you receive from others.
Exactly.
There is
Remember, we are used to the human love.
Yes, we are so used to love from the human love. And when we, even in return, when someone loves you from that unconditional love, you can feel that it's not so unconditional when it's got an interest, for example, on the back of that, the way you're loving or the one you're being loved.
Because in another way of looking at it is when we are in love or we're loving from the human side, that love comes with expectations.
Yes.
I would say that's one of the difference.
That is one of them, definitely. Yes, it is. We are expecting the other one to love me as I love the other one. So that is not unconditional love, right? That is from that we spoke last week about the emotional gaps and how this is all interconnected. All these programs that we have been giving here are all interconnected. So if I'm loving from my human love coin, right? That means that I have something that I'm waiting for the other one to give me.
Conditions.
Or conditions. Like I'm waiting for the other one to give me, or I am giving to someone else because I'm still expecting to receive back. And that love is just that we kind of got lost because we live in a reality where that's what we learned that love was. And that spiritual love, we haven't been able to tap into it because we get lost in the other one. The other one is very strong.
It is.
It is very strong. It's been passing on through generations. So sometimes it's hard for us to realize that we are loving or we are expecting to be loved from that side.
I know for me, Maya, to tell the truth, even though I have heard of unconditional love, I truly didn't understand the deepness of what it means to totally love without conditions, to totally love unconditioned.
It's not easy. It's not easy. And we have to say it here. It's not easy. We try, but at the end, we ended up expecting, we ended up disappointed, we ended up complaining, we ended up saying, but I was expecting more. So all of those things that happen after you give and you are expecting, because it's more about the expectation, are telling you that there is a need that you need to fulfill.
And what it is just, in all reality, it is a human conditioning. We have totally been conditioned like that.
Yes, it is. So giving and receiving is being lost, and love has been lost with that. It has been lost with that too. And we need to understand then from an amplified vision what love can be.
So would you give us an example?
Yes, let's give you an example to see how you can see this better.
The double side of the coin.
Yes, the double side of the coin. Let's say that and this love doesn't apply only for relationships. It also applies for your children, love with others, your friends, family, anybody. It's not only for relationships. We want you to understand that love can be higher than what you think when you see it from this new perspective that we're going to be talking about.
And keep in mind, it even includes you.
Yes.
Even self-love.
Even self-love, exactly. So let's say that I love my son so much. And you think if I love my son so much, then I have to be protecting him and taking care of him and checking on him, right? But that love is based on fear. For example, I don't want my son to have some mistakes that can affect his life, right? So I'm trying to protect him. But at the same time, when you overprotect, for example, then you don't allow the son to experience and to learn by himself, for example. And sometimes for us, it's difficult to allow that as mothers and as fathers, parenting, for example.
Because we feel it is our responsibility for them not to go through sometimes what we went through.
Exactly.
Because we went through it, so we don't want them. That's our way.
To fall. We don't
same.
want them to go through what we went through.
What we went through.
And we are trying to avoid that. But life has a destiny for them.
Mhm.
And we need to trust in that.
And even allow it.
And allow that. So even if they go through difficult situations, love is when you're standing next to the other, but not telling you what to do, for example. I'm not telling my son what to do when he's in troubles. I can be next to it, right, and say, yes, you are learning. And that's love, because he is learning something that he at certain point needed to learn. And I cannot teach him that by just telling him what to do or how to do things. He needs to experience until he gets to the point to say, oh, that affected me bad. I'm not going to do it again because it didn't feel well. Mm-hmm. And so love has a sort of allowing the other one. If I have let's say a partner relationship, and I want to, and the other person needs to leave because probably the destiny of the other is on the other side of the world because he got an opportunity, let's say, just an example. Then saying yes to that is love. Saying yes, that's an opportunity. Destiny has something for you there that I cannot give you here. And you open the doors for that person to leave. If it's meant to be, that you guys are meant to be together, then it will happen. So you have to allow. And love is about surrender to what it is, that if the other is there again, it was meant to happen, but you cannot try to control it and try to see how I can work it out for it to work. No.
Or even force it.
It just has to happen by itself.
Which is sometimes one of the hardest things to do.
Yes.
Especially when you are in love. You want to be together, you want to do things together. But, just letting go and trusting, if it's meant to be or happen, it's one of the biggest challenges I think a lot of us face.
Yes. And relationships, for example, independence. Independence in a relationship is love.
Absolutely.
Because there are two, they are together, yes. They decided to grow together and to flow together. But each of these has a destiny. And they can be together to support each other, to be there, to share, but not to interfere in the other person's destiny, even though you are interfering when you decide to be with someone else, right? And I'm not saying that you're there and I'm here. No, I'm actually there for you, but in another sense. I'm not, for example, if you were going to be my partner, right? I'm not going to be telling you what to do because then I can become your mother. Right. Then that's not a partner relationship. That love changes from mother to child relationship when I try to control my husband, for example. So from where are you loving? From what side? From what side of the coin, right? And from what of your perspectives of what love is, and how you are loving the other, out of need, out of what? That is important to understand. Out of what you are loving others.
And that's where you have to pay attention. Are you loving them out of need, or are you loving them out of just allowance, letting them be who they need to be?
Yes.
And you being there to support them, And they'll do the same in any type of relationship, even with our children, with our partners, with our family, with our friends. So it's important to look at that, because when you're doing it out of need, you're on the human side.
You are on the human side, and you know what happens from that side? You also tend to manipulate to get that love.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't notice it. It's not that you want to. It is all unconscious that you do it.
And wouldn't it be that you're missing something yourself, and
Yes.
therefore?
Yes, you're missing something. So I need that love. So I manipulate somehow to get that attention, to get that approbation, to get that love that I feel that I need from the other. And I do things that are unconscious to manipulate the other to give me that, or to feel guilty because he's not giving me that. So I'm gonna feel this, or I'm gonna make this other person feel guilty, so I will get that. But that's not a healthy love. That is the unhealthy part of the human side love.
And what about when you give too much love, Maya? When you give too much?
When you give too much love, it's the same thing, because you're also manipulating. You are giving too much, so you will receive. And that's also the same dynamic from the other side. But at the same time, this is like an unconscious dynamic of victim and perpetrator. See? And that's not healthy. That is not love. That is a lack of love that is happening there, that doesn't allow a relationship to flow as it should. From the other love, which is that divine love. That divine love, we don't remember it, but we all have it. We all have that love. But since we don't remember we have it, we think we need to have that love. And we look for it outside of ourselves. And it is already inside of ourselves.
And where should that love begin? Inside, correct?
Inside ourselves. It all begins here. And that recognition begins here.
Mm-hmm. And when you totally understand that it's inside, that when the love comes from inside, then it's so easy to give it outside.
Yes.
And then you truly understand what it is to love.
Yes.
And with divine love. And
that freedom,
liberation.
And it's just that love that is given and received with freedom. There is not attachments at all.
That's the key word. No attachment.
Not attachments at all. It is there, and if you, as much as you work yourself and you allow this love to awaken, because it's already in you, then you start attracting people that is willing to love you as you are loving from that unconditional love.
Yes.
Then you're not looking outside for others to give you that love anymore, because they are already, that love is already here. Then I can give without thinking that I'm going to run out of love. If I give you this and I'm expecting that. Of course, there is a balance that love plays here in the physical of giving and receiving that is not necessarily physical, right? It could be energetically, right? You can give by just thinking something positive about the other. That's a great thing of giving. Really, truly from your heart, that's giving.
Explain that a little further, the whole energetic.
Yes, the energetic part. Yes, the energetic love.
Yes.
Yes, and that energetic love is when, if I say, if I have someone and maybe I don't have, let's say, something to give you physically.
Right. Okay.
Right? But I wish you, on your destiny, you can make it big, that you can grow and expand whatever you're doing. So just by giving you those intentions, that is love. And because that love that I'm giving you, I'm giving to myself. Because if the other one grows and expands, I do grow and expand. Because it's a interaction that is reciprocal. You give, you receive, and it's all energetic. All energetic. It doesn't have to be physical.
It's like a beautiful way of inspiring.
Inspire. It's inspiring, yes, but it's also a sincerity.
Sincerity. Okay.
Yeah, the sincerity from your heart of saying, I want the best for you. I want the best for you. That's the energetic part of it. You have to feel it. It's not understanding that I want the best for you, but it's just to feel that I really, really, really feel like I want you to do well. That is the precious gift.
And when you feel it like that,
Mhm.
they feel it energetically as well.
They feel it, yes, and then you can reconnect with the other from that divine love.
Isn't that profound?
It is beautiful.
It is absolutely profound.
Yes, it is so beautiful that we don't need. That's when we let go of the need of love from others.
And you free yourself when you
And
let
you
go.
free yourself.
When you let go of that need.
Yes, and then you feel that you're loved by life itself.
Mhm.
Like anywhere you go, you find people that know how to love this way, and there is not attachment, as I said before, but we just connect from that love of the presence, for example. The presence is love. Attention, the presence is love. That just being here and know that I'm with you, that's true love.
Mhm.
Because if I'm not present with you, then I'm not giving you.
You feel like that joy, that happiness. People get attracted to you. They're like, what does that person have?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they are like in love with themselves,
Mm-hmm.
but also really portraying that divine love, and
Yes.
therefore they continue to attract that to them.
Exactly. You attract it, but you have to work on it.
Yeah.
Detach yourself from what you haven't been able to fulfill within yourself, within your heart. And once you get to fulfill your canister of love and understand this other love and understand that you have that love within, that you don't need to look for it outside, then you're not worried. You feel secure. You feel embraced by life, by what is happening. You trust that every step, what you're going to be receiving is blessings. Like you have these cosmic parents that are taking care of you wherever you go and whatever you do. So you have no fear. And so since you have so much love, and it appears in the material world too.
Absolutely.
If you
Yeah.
go out and you find a job, that's the universe looking out for you.
You feel good.
And you feel good. It's like, oh my God, that was waiting for me and I didn't have to do so much effort. That's love, and that divine love that is always looking out for you and giving your blessings, the ones you deserve, as much as you reconnect with that divine love.
And talking about love, I see that you have a little heart in that shirt.
Yes.
So tell me a little about that shirt.
You are integrated within my heart. I designed these shirts because this is like part of what we do in Constellation.
Yes.
And that's something that we use, but it's also to let the other know that you are here, so I don't have to look for you out there.
I like
You
the
are
way you
here.
said that. That is so true.
And so it's a reminder for others to say, you read that, and if you read this, you are in, if I tell you just this, Janet, you are integrated within my heart.
Thank you, Maya.
How do you feel?
Don't you feel good? I know I felt fantastic.
So if I tell
It
you,
feels good.
you are integrated within my heart, how do you feel? You feel that you belong.
Yes.
You feel that it's a reminder of who we are as that unit, that family that is, we are, that oneness, that totality that keep us all together. And in that totality is where that love is, the divine love is.
It unites us all. It totally unites us all.
Exactly. So that's the beauty of understanding. That's the beauty of understanding are two sides of the coin, the divine love and the human love. And it's important to recognize where we are at in our journey to love, because we are really in our journey to get to that consciousness that conscious love where we can become free.
Yes.
And feel love and give love without feeling that it's going to be, we're going to have a lack of love at a certain point. No, when we get to that point. That's actually where we are all moving towards. But the other people is just an opportunity to love from that divine love.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of transcending our human love so we can reconnect to our divine love and we can learn how to love from there.
So we have people walk in our journey
Mm-hmm.
to kind of continue bringing us to that ultimate divine love.
Yes.
And through that journey, we go through different experiences where we experience a lot of time the human side.
Yes.
But just remembering that all those experiences are leading you to the divine
Divine side. Exactly.
and
So
to integration.
and to integration. Exactly.
Absolutely.
So we wanted to share this with you today because it's something that I wasn't taught this. I was just thinking that love is as I thought with my partner, with my children, with others, that this path of true love I hadn't walked before. And that was why I was feeling that I was missing something. Because you feel like you're missing something.
Mm-hmm.
And it is there, but I cannot see it. We cannot see it. And since we go through so many issues and circumstances that kind of hurt, we tend to protect ourselves. We tend to create all of these ways, shields to protect from pain and suffering. Then it kind of, instead of getting closer to that conscious and divine love, it kind of pull us away. So we feel like the path is like, it's so far away. When am I going to get there? But it is possible to get there. It's just an internal work that we must do because the journey begins within and we need to go back to find that love that is already there.
Mm-hmm.
It is just there. We haven't been able to open the treasure that keeps that love.
It's just allowing it, just remembering that it's already there, and to allow yourself to experience it,
Mhm.
understanding that it comes from the inside out.
Yeah.
And as it comes from the inside out, you attract everything you need
Mhm.
and you want, and you'll be free and liberated.
Exactly.
Because
And
there's no expectations.
there's no expectations and love, and that's when love comes in the scene.
Mhm.
When you tap into this love, you understand that you don't need others, but the other ones are part of it.
And it makes you feel really confident, doesn't
It
it?
makes you feel so well, and then the blessings that come are not only about relationships, but also blessings in what you do,
In every aspect of
in
your life.
your body, your health, in every
Finances.
finances, success, everything comes with it. And the power of creating and manifesting things begins there
In love.
in that divine love.
Absolutely.
That side of the coin that
Divine
holds
love.
that power. Oh.
The divine love. Absolutely.
That's so beautiful. I'm so excited to share this because sometimes we search and we try to think positively and we do so much effort
Mm-hmm.
to get what we want. And we will know that we just can get that easily and get things effortless when we tap into that side of the coin that is within ourselves.
Like I like saying, I am love, I loved, I am loving,
Mhm.
and I am always in my divine love.
Mhm. We are always there. We just need to remember.
And keep saying it to yourself. Keep
So-
saying it to yourself.
And there's something that I want to share today before we finish today is that when you are giving and you are receiving and how you are feeling. So when you give and you feel like something wasn't received the way I was expecting, then look there because that is your guide to tell you that there is something that you need to see, and it's a memory of an issue that you have that is very deep, and you need to work on it in order to continue your path towards that love, towards that true love that we are all embracing. And so it is important just to be aware of, if I didn't receive, how do I feel? That's your compass. It's telling you, oh, you need to go back. Usually we need to go back. Usually when we are feeling that way, we need to turn to the other side, to the past, to our past, and see, where did I felt that I wasn't worth it to receive, that I feel this emptiness. And then eventually you are going to realize that if you go like down the road deeper, it comes from your ancestors as well. Someone there didn't receive, so that maybe they couldn't give you. So maybe that you feel that you don't have it, so you don't know how to give it to others as well, because it's all also transgenerational. We cannot give what we don't have,
or even what we're not aware of.
Not because we don't want to. We want you to understand that it's not that you don't want to. We all want to give our best. We just can't, because when we want to give all of it, like all of what we have from that divine love, infinite love, something is like comes in the scene and triggers us. And you're like, no, but I cannot give so much. Why am I going to give you so much? No, I cannot do that. So it's just for you to be aware of how you respond, or what is your trigger at a certain point that doesn't allow to give or to receive unconditionally.
So really pay attention to how they feel.
How you feel. Yes, that's the most important part. How do you feel?
How do you feel? Thank you so much, Maya.
Oh, you're welcome, Janet. Thank you all for being here. We have some people here in Facebook and in Instagram. Thank you so much for being present. We love your presence here.
Absolutely.
And being present is a gift, and we receive that, and we feel gratitude, and we honor you for being here. Thank you so much. We are with the intention, and that's the love and intention of passing this information. Absolutely. For you to understand better what's here, what's happening here. Someone there is saying, thank you. I cannot see your name because I'm here in StreamYard, but thank you to whoever is there saying thank you.
Absolutely. And definitely tell them a little bit about the website where they can go to get more information.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. We meet twice a month. We have a soul tribe. And in this soul tribe, we bring those sort of, I want to give, but I don't know why it's hard for me to give. Or I give too much and I don't know why. It just makes me feel like I'm not receiving enough. Or I have this that I don't know, it doesn't make me feel comfortable at this moment. All of those little, I don't know what it is. I need to find what it is. That's what we do in the tribe. In the soul tribe, we all come, and we, I usually say, what your issue is my issue as well. So when someone comes and brings a topic, a subject, or an issue for whoever is going through that, we all see some of that in ourselves. It's like, wow, sometimes I feel like that too. And when we do a resolution, because in the tribe it's not about only identifying what it is, but it's like doing a transformation. So we do a transcendence, of course, through constellations. We use family constellations to do that transcendence. And then as that person heals, we all heal, because we all feel that, oh, it feels so well. So we got to understand by doing these experiences of the constellations that once one person heals, we all heal, because we all feel that healing.
And let me tell you, these constellations, they might be many, but they're dynamic, absolutely dynamic, because in doing them, you realize how connected, how interconnected each one of us is to each other, and how we are one. And it's true, as I heal, you heal.
Yes.
And you really get to experience that in the Soul Tribe. So I definitely encourage you to come and join us. We have it every other Tuesday, correct?
Every other Tuesday. Tomorrow we are meeting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So I left the link for you to register here.
Yeah, it's in the bottom.
And it's in the bottom or on the top, any of the two. I'm gonna do this hands. So in any of those two, you can register. We will be happy and glad and honored to have you there. We are always looking to help each transcend. So we all as oneness can transcend. We cannot do it individually. We need to do it all together. We are one family. And as much as we support each other, we can grow all together. That's what we do in the tribe. We want you to be part of it. Welcome. You belong if you decide to. We are more than honored to have you there sharing with us.
Absolutely. Give yourself the opportunity to give yourself that experience. It really is very transformative.
Yes,
Totally transformative.
give yourself the opportunity to live the experience.
Absolutely.
Sometimes we want to understand, but the understanding doesn't create a change. What really creates a change is that experience.
Because you feel it. Remember, the key is feeling it. And then doing that experience, you get the opportunity to truly feel it at the energetic level.
Yes.
So, and you feel it in a group, the group supports you. So it's just a very dynamic experience. I hope to see you there.
Yes, thank you, Janet. Yes, thank you for adding that. And also, when one person changes, like the direction of that person changes, but you need to feel that change. So we want to invite you to join us on Tuesday, every other Tuesday. Tomorrow we have a tribe meeting, tribe soul, as I call it. And you could be, part of our tribe and heal all together. And that's the way we can help. Because sometimes we're looking to help outside, but we can help by healing ourselves first.
And if it resonates with you, please invite people, share it. If it resonates with anybody else, we're here to heal the world. That's what we're here for. We want to be of service and bring this beautiful ministry to everyone out there. So definitely invite people if it resonates with you, and just, give yourself that beautiful opportunity.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here. We will be back next week with another topic.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
And Valentine's is around the corner. So give from that divine side of the coin.
Divine love. Absolutely. All the way. Divine love all the way. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, and one more thing. If you're interested on the shirt, I have this for sale as well. So send me a text here or in the comments, and we can contact each other, and I can, ship that to you wherever you are in the States. Of course, I don't have it in other countries, but we have it here in the States.
And that's just one of the titles.
And that's just one.
She has many different titles.
They are coming soon. I'm preparing to put all of this out there, and we have different styles, but I call them like they are therapeutic shirts, because once someone reads them, it's like, oh, I feel better about that.
I would say even a conversation starter.
What?
You read the search, you're like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about
that. Yes,
conversation starter.
And it's like telling the other one, you belong, for example. In this case, right? We have different phrases that we use actually in constellations. So they are all about love, conscious love. And that's all I wanted to share today.
Yes.
So thank you for being here. We appreciate your presence. We love you so much. We'll see you next Monday at 7 again.
And hopefully tomorrow at 7 as well.
Yes, definitely. We would love to see you there.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good evening.
Yes. Mwah.
Bye-bye.
I was going to say you too, Janet. See how the unconscious mind works? It's like immediately it's an automatic response. You too. And then I was about to leave. Oh my
And that's how
gosh.
we have to love it. We gotta love it.
Recognizing our unconscious automatic mind when it responds. Can you see?
All right, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Yeah.